Hey, what is up everybody? This is Eric, the Bay Area Collector, and today I'm doing my video of my January 2020 video game haul. So as always, let's go ahead and start with the Nintendo Switch downloads. I only had a couple. The first one is Celeste. For the view, I'm trying to focus it. Now this game actually was given to me during Christmas, but I didn't get the code in during my December haul. So I got it a little bit after. So basically this is a December game that I got. Then the next game that I purchased was Just Ignore Them. This is actually like a horror point and click style adventure game. I played it for a little bit. It seems pretty cool. But I haven't really caught on to it yet. And then the other game, Ghoul Boy. This is another game that I got. I had my eyes on this game for quite some time, and it went on sale earlier in the beginning of the month. And it's a 2D side-scrolling platformer adventure game. And then the other game I got is SpookyGhost.com. This is actually like an action platformer. It kind of reminded me of a mix of Scooby-Doo mixed in with Ghostbusters, but a side scroller. It's a interesting game. I haven't played it yet, but yeah, it was really interesting. Then the next one I got is a game called Sweet Witches. This is actually like one of those side-scrolling platform puzzler games, I believe. This game was actually expensive before, like a month ago, before December. Then it went on sale in January for really cheap, so I picked it up. And then I think there's one more game. Sorry, guys. Yes, right here. Shanlore Legends. This is I actually have this one for the Xbox One. It's like a Zelda style adventure RPG. Went on sale for really cheap, so I picked it up for the Switch as well. And finally I picked up Magic Cat, which was a game that was that I had as a puzzle style game that I've been eyeing out for so long, and it finally went on sale for really cheap, and I picked it up. So those were my Nintendo Switch download games that I got in the month. Let me turn this bad boy off, and let's go ahead and start with the game. So first things first, I had ordered this a while back, and it's a retro receiver for the SNES, a 8-bit DOE retro receiver. And the reason why I got this is because in the previous video, you guys, I don't know if it was the last haul in December or the one before in November, I bought a NES 8-bit DOE controller for my Retron 5 because my Retron 5 controller is a piece of crap. So you know, literally I bought it, but then I noticed that I couldn't plug, not plug it in, but I couldn't, oh my god, I couldn't install it into my Retron 5, and I come to discover that they told me that the easiest way is to get a receiver for it, and I did, and I got it, and it does work, and it works really good. So now I'm able to play all these old school games on my Retron 5 because my controller had kind of busted out. So anyways, that's that. And then starting with games that I picked up earlier in the month, I went to the Oakland Coliseum flea market, and I actually bought this one, Life Force, for the NES. Most of the games that I'm gonna get are actually gonna be NES games because I got bitten by the NES bug from last month. So you'll see a bunch of them. So anyways, this is a shoot 'em up, a shmup, a shooter. Really fun. I just actually beat it the other day. I actually tested it out with the controller, with the 8-bit DOE, and it was really, I actually enjoyed it. It's a really fun shooter, but it's really hard, but it was fun. The next game that I bought, now there's I had mentioned before that in my area where I live here, there's not that many retro game shops, and man, there's only two that I know of that are legit, that they'll have old school things and whatnot. One of them is in San Jose. It's called Game World. It's a very local, very well known game shop. I've frequent that place for many years, but since it's in San Jose and it's kind of far for me, it's like a long little drive. I kind of tend not to go there as often. As often as I would like to, but the owner already kind of knows me. They kind of know who I am because I frequent it for many years already. And then there's this other shop called God, what's the name of this shop? It's here in Redwood City. It's oh my God, I forgot the name of it. Let me see. I think I may have the receipt in here. Yes, I do. It's called Planet Mix. It's here, very local here in my area, but the place is a hit or miss. And the last time I went in there, at the beginning of the month, haven't been there for such a long time. They actually had Swordmaster for the NES, and they were selling it for $125, which is a decent price because that's one of those rare NES games that they have out there, but man, it's just too much for me. But anyways, one game I did find that I've been looking for a long time is Super Mario Galaxy Part 2. As you can see, it only cost me $7.99, which was a really good buy, and it came complete with book, and the disc is in pretty good shape and everything. So I've actually ran into this game several times during my video game hunts and whatnot, and usually they wanted this game averages between $15 to $20, you know, at least. One guy at the flea market where I bought the game Life Force, either it was that weekend or the weekend before, he was asking me how much the prices were because he was selling it outrageous, like 30 or something. I said, dude, this game ain't worth that much. I know my prices. So he was actually asking me to help him out, and one of these games he had was this one. And you know, I let it go, and it was like, you know, and then by luck I found it for this price. So a really good buy on that game. And the next one that I got, a lot of these games I actually bought them online. The majority of them, I was doing a lot of online shopping this month because I was finding a lot of good deals online for NES games, you know, and I found a couple that I've been wanting to get for many years. One of them is Tiny Toons. Now, I used to have this one when I was a kid. I love this game. This is a platformer, kind of like a Mario style platformer, but you get to select some of the characters. Buster Bunny, sorry, Babs is her. Buster Bunny, Plucky Duck, at the baby Taz, the little Tasmanian devil, and I forgot the other character. I want to say it's the little pig, Hampton, but I don't think you select him. I think you go between the other three. But yeah, really fun game. You know, it's one of those games that's not an expensive buy, but I've been putting it back for other games, and I got this one. Next one is another game that I had when I was little, and it's called Quattro Adventure. Oops, it's upside down. This is one of those NES unlicensed games, and I used to have this one when I was little. I used to love it, and one of them is because it had Fantastic Dizzy. I love that game, and it was a game that I never passed, and it's one of those games that have hindered me throughout the years that I wanted to pass. And then the only one I passed here that I remember passing was Super Robin Hood. It's a really fun platformer. This game's not that bad, and I got it for a really good price, so didn't spend a lot on it. But hopefully it'll work on my Retron 5. I haven't tested it out yet. The next game that I got, actually these I won I won these games in an auction from the same seller, and I was really happy because I got them for really cheap. I got Rad Racer for the NES. I got it for like about $3 or $4. I won the auction, and this other one, Super Mario Brothers 2, I won it for like about $4 or $5 in the auction. So overall, I spent $7 for both. And believe me, this game goes for a lot more money. And for the amount I paid for one, I got both. So it was a pretty good auction that I won. And the next one I got was Pipe Dream. This one was going for really cheap, like $4 or $5. This is a puzzle game. You know, kind of like you gotta connect the pipes before the water or the ooze runs out and spills everywhere. Love this game. This is one of my favorite style of puzzle games that I like. Next one I got also on eBay, and I bought it for a really cheap price, was Dr. Chaos. This is for the NES. Now this one, if you guys ever played Goonies 2 on the NES, it's a side-scrolling platformer, but it also has first-person view, kind of a la Deja Vu and Shadowgate style gameplay. It's a really fun game I used to have when I was a kid, and I used to like it. And it's not an expensive game, and I picked it up and got it. Next game that I got, now this one, you guys, this one I've been looking for many years. This game goes for between $20 to $25, but I got a really, I forgot how much, I paid like 12 or 13 bucks. This was a really good buy when I got it, because this game is still going kind of expensive right now. And that game is Kiwi Craze, or as other people may know it as the New Zealand Story. It's a fun little action platformer. I love this game. I have it for the 3DS. I think I bought a downloadable it wasn't Kiwi Craze, but it was a New Zealand Story for the NES. I love it. It's a really fun game. I've played versions of it before, and I got it for the NES, and I've always wanted to get this one. This one was a buy that I've always wanted to get, so I got it, and for a really good price. Next, I got another good deal that I got. So actually, I made a deal with the guy. So I bought these two games. The first one is another unreleased NES game. Well, it's not unreleased. It's unlicensed. Sorry. The Ultimate Stuntman. And this game is very much like an action platformer, and has multi-view like racing levels, and I don't know if it's first-person shooting levels or whatnot, and side-scrolling platforming levels. But I actually got it. It used to belong to, I guess, to Mike or Eleanor DeVito. Hopefully it's not related to Danny DeVito. But and actually it's Pennsylvania, you know, because I believe, isn't Danny DeVito from Pittsburgh or somewhere in Pennsylvania? I don't know, but hey, maybe related to the DeVitos. But anyways, got a deal with the guy. He was selling this one for like 10 or 12 bucks or something like that, or I think it was like $10, and then he was also selling Rolling Thunder, another unlicensed NES game, which is a action platformer, 2D side-scrolling platformer, arcade style game, and he was selling both of them, and I made him a deal for this one. This one cost me really cheap, like about $5, and if you can see, the reason why it's cheap is because if you look right there, there's a slit on her throat right there. Like, I guess the guy had put that he had that little bit of a damage, but it's not that bad. So I told him, I'll make you a deal. Give me this one for cheaper. Give me this one for real cheap, and I'll get this one for $1 off or whatever. And he did. So I got a little, nice little deal right there on these two games. But yeah, hey, who knows? Yeah, it might be a game related to the DeVitos, to Danny DeVito. So anyways, the next one, actually my girlfriend got me this one when she went to our local thrift store this month. It was a flop at the thrift store. Didn't really have anything that I've been looking for, a lot of stuff that I already have, but she managed to get this one for me. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King for the PlayStation 2. It's complete. And actually this game was a game that I've kind of have seen before but let go of, and it's a game that kind of has caught my attention. I'm not much of a Lord of the Rings fan. I love the first part. The second and the third ones, my God, to be honest with you, I fell asleep on them. Not to say that they're bad movies, but they were just very slow for me. But all in all, I like the whole Lord of the Rings saga stuff. So even though I fell asleep, you know, I did watch them, and they were okay. They were good movies, especially the first one was my favorite. But yeah, I got this one, you know, $4.99. This one wasn't on sale. I don't think she got it on sale, but she went one day that she went with her mom and my son, and she looked at games for me. Now this other one, this was another game that I've been wanting to get for a while, that I've been viewing, but it's been a little bit on the expensive side, or either that or I just kind of let go of to get another game. And this is the SNES game Out to Lunch. Now this is an action platformer game, a very interesting game when I looked it up. It's actually, he's trying to cook something, and then I guess the refrigerator, he releases the vegetables and fruits and food and whatnot escape, so he has to go with a net and go out there and catch them. It's kind of like it reminds me kind of like it's an action platformer puzzle game where you have one screen and you go above the screens and everything. And not only that, I got it and it came with the instruction manual, so I was pretty happy with it. You know, when do you get that? And I got it for think I won the auction for like about $8. It was $8 or $9. It wasn't that expensive considering how much it goes for, a little bit higher without the instructions, and I got it with the instructions, so I won the auction on that one. And I was pretty happy with it. Now the next NES game, now this is a game, okay, so it's actually King's Knight for the NES. Love the cover. And believe it or not, it's made by Square. Now, this is an action shooter. It's a shooter. It looks really fun. Now, this game I've known about since I was very young. I used to see it back in the days in San Leandro. They used to have a KB toy store, and outside of the KB toy store, they had like a little kiosk with games right outside it. And this was in San Leandro in Bayfair Mall. For all of you that are local that may be watching the channel. And I remember seeing this game for like $5 brand new. And to this day, it's a very cheap game. It goes for about $5, but without instructions or anything. With instructions, may go about maybe like $20, but not a very expensive game, but nonetheless a very good one. And I remember I got this game. I remember seeing this game, and I remember my mom asking me that she wanted to get two games for get a game for my little cousin, my cousin JR. And I actually suggested at the time there were two games that actually equaled a very cheap price, and they were really fun games. One of them being the Flintstones, and then King's Knight. And my little cousin loved them. He told me, he's like, man, when he got a little bit older, he was like, dude, the games I remember that my aunt got me and you guys got me, they were so much fun and they were good. I'm like, no way, because at the time I haven't really played none of those. And when I played the Flintstones, yeah, he was right. These were good games, but I've never played this one, but I've seen videos of it. But it looks like a fun shooter. And then, now this other one, this is whoa, hold on, give me 1 second. Oh my God. Okay, so now this game is going to mark the beginning of a bunch of Famicom games that I bought, because online right now, Famicom games, you can find really good ones for super, super cheap. I just bought about 8 or 9 Famicom games, and they cost me less than $10 for the whole pile. I kid you not. Unfortunately, those are probably going to be covered next month in the next haul, but I did get one of them, and this is so the name of this one is Valkyrie no Buken no Kagi Densetsu. Basically, the Legend of Valkyrie, or something or other like that. I know it's like Valkyrie Legend or the Legend of Valkyrie. Hopefully I didn't butcher the Japanese name of the game, but this was a very cheap game. It cost me like $3 on eBay. It's basically, it's an old from what I read, it's actually a Zelda clone, like the Legend of Zelda, the original Zelda for the NES. It's kind of like a clone that came a little bit, I don't know if it came around the same time as Zelda or before Zelda, but it paved the path to the Zelda games or something like that. But it's similar to that, and I believe there might be an English translation out there, but I noticed that I don't think it was very heavy text oriented, so I don't think I'll have a problem playing it. But nonetheless, it looked really fun, and I picked it up, and it was only like $3. So hey, I got it. And then the next game, now this one I'm excited for, because this next NES game, I've been wanting to get this bad boy for so long, and finally I got it. It wasn't an expensive game, but I wanted to pick it up even cheaper, and I knew that I was going to get it for cheaper, and I did. And this game is Warrior Woods for the NES. Now, the SNES version of it, it's really cheap. It goes for less than $10. This one, however, this game actually goes for anywhere between $15 to $20 or a little bit higher than that. The reason why I got it cheaper is because of the label, but the game cost me only like 13 or 12 bucks. It wasn't that expensive just because of that. And it was, I believe, I don't think it was a buy it now. It might have been a buy it now or an auction, but I got it, and I'm excited to get it because there's a little bit of history behind this game, and you guys probably already know by now, but this is this was the last North American released NES game, and the last NES game ever, Famicom or NES, like North American, Europe, PAL, whatever, was actually Adventure Island 4 for the Famicom. That was the very last NES game. This was the very last NES game that was released in North America before the NES got discontinued. And I've been trying to get the other one, but that one goes for a lot of it, for expensive. Even the repro cartridge goes for a lot too. But anyways, got it. Very happy. Can't wait to play it because it's a puzzle game and it looks really fun. Then the next game, now actually this one ain't mine, but I still feature it. This is a game I got for my son for his birthday. He went ballistic, and I got him this game, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, for the Switch. Now this is his game, but I'm still featuring it. One thing I didn't realize is that it's a limited run game. This damn game cost me a lot of money, but we were able to get we were actually able to get it for cheaper, I believe. I forgot what we used, points or something, but it cost me close to like 40, almost 50 bucks at Best Buy. It's a game that's actually not everywhere. Like I looked for it everywhere before his birthday. I wanted to surprise him, and he got a really fun surprise, and he really liked it. He's excited over it. We haven't played it yet, haven't had a chance, but it's actually a fighting game, a 2D fighter, and my girlfriend likes 2D fighters too. And then since we have the Joy-Cons and everything, I don't know if it lets 4 players. No, it's only 2 players, but I mean we can play this one and have fun with it, and it's for my son, so it's his game. and then moving on to mine. Back to my games. This is another NES game that I got for like about like 10 bucks, and this is a game that I've been trying to look for forever. Another one of those games that are like, I had it when I was a kid, couldn't pass it, and it's one of those games that have hindered me, that I've always wanted to beat but never got the chance. Never played it on emulators either, but I've been looking for it for a couple of years now, and it wasn't expensive, but I let it go for other cheaper games or other games. But I did find it cheap this time, and that's Gilligan's Island for the NES. This one is kind of like a Zelda style adventure game. You play, I think you play the skipper, and you go behind Gilligan. And one of the things that's annoying is that Gilligan kind of follows you around, and he's kind of like a goof, like he was in the show. And you have to kind of like avoid him getting like in danger or whatever. From what I remember, I haven't played it in so many years, but game was pretty hard. It was fun. It was hard, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and maybe eventually. There's a couple of games that I got this month that I'm probably gonna end up doing videos on in the future, more than likely. This may be one of them, and because this game, it's one of those games that has hindered me. So the next game that I got, now this one I got it for like $8. It's a repro cartridge. Got it with the case. It's a Game Boy game. I got Gargoyle's Quest 2. What is it? Oh man, I can't see because of the glare. The Demon Darkness. Now, you know, this was a game that I have seen for a long time. It's a repro cartridge. This isn't the original. The original is one of those real expensive games to own, and the reason is because this is a direct port of the NES Gargoyle's Quest 2. The only difference between this one and the NES is that this one has 2 additional levels. Got it for $9. It's an English translation. I just played it last night briefly, and from what it looks like, it follows the NES game to the T. Very similar. Never came out in the US. It was supposed to be released, but never got released. It was only released in Japan and in China. So I'm very excited to play this one, because the NES version of Gargoyle's Quest 2 was a game that I had it complete for when I was young, and it was one of those games that I beat myself in the butt. Well, obviously, like, you know, I've mentioned many times before, and you know, I love that game. I also like Demon's Crest too. That was another fun one, another great game too that I'm trying to look for. And then we moved to the last of the NES games. This one I won an auction and only cost me like $3.25. TNC Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage. I've seen these games. These are very common games. I've always seen this one. There's another one that I think it's a little more rare. A TNC game. Surf design game. they're from, of course, they're from our buddies LJN, our notorious LJN buddies. But it looked really cool when I seen video of it. It looked very interesting. Looks pretty fun. So gonna give it a shot and see what I think about it, because I'm not a big fan about the only game that I like that's a skating game that I haven't gotten yet, and that's another game I'm looking for, is Skate or Die 2, and that one's totally different from Skate or Die. Another game that's caught my eyes is 720 Degrees for the NES. That's another game, and they're very common games, but I kind of like let them go. If I find them for super cheap, I'll pick them up, but I'm interested in this one. Caught my eye. And now finally, on this video comes out on Tuesday, so as of the making of this video, it'll be released on Tuesday. But on Thursday, this last Thursday before the weekend, I actually went to a local GameStop. They're actually closing it. This one is in San Carlos. By this time of the video, it's already been closed, because I think Friday was the last day. So I stepped in on Thursday because I had a doctor's appointment, and I left early from work, went to my doctor's appointment, and it was on the way back home. And it caught my eye because I was supposed to go to it last weekend, but I never did. So they actually had the final little things on sale. 60 to 80% off, and I actually found some pretty interesting things. Even though it was like the last 2 days, the guys were telling me that they were gonna close down and they think that they were gonna trash the stuff, and I said, hey, give me the stuff. I was joking with them, but they were like, no, we can't do that. They're probably gonna keep it for themselves, of course, and try to profit off of it. But hey, good for them. If they're fortunately, from what they told me, is that everybody who wanted to stay working for GameStop, they gave them their jobs. They've sent them to different locations. So fortunately, at least that was a pretty cool thing that GameStop did to their employees. But the ones who didn't want to go back, that were like whatever and just wanted to quit, they were just gonna quit. But anyways, a pretty sad thing, because I like to frequent the store often, besides the one on Woodside here in Redwood City. And everybody there, to me, I don't know about you guys, because I hear a lot of things about GameStop, from different people, but to me, everybody is very, very kind, very nice, very helpful. They've never been rude. They've always gone above and beyond to help me. So to those people, if you guys are watching for the San Carlos GameStop store, I wish you guys the best of luck. You guys have always as a customer, you guys have always treated me really good. I never really frequented that place often, but I did once in a while, and I've known some of the people, like the workers in there, and they've been really great people. And so hopefully, that they're able to bounce back and get a job, especially in these days, But anyways, a lot of the games were on sale. Got a bunch of games for like about 60 cents, 40 cents, and let me start. First one, I didn't know I already had it, but I got it anyways without knowing. It's Kinect Disneyland Adventures for the Kinect. I have the Kinect device. This one I got for my kid. I got a couple of games for my kid. This was one of them, but I didn't realize we already had it. So got that one. This one was like 40 or 60 cents. It was $1.99 originally. So then I got for the Wii, actually have it for the PS2, is Secret Saturdays Beast of the Fifth Sun. This is like a 2D side-scrolling platformer. I got it for the PS2, but for like 40 cents it cost me, I picked it up, so good. The next one is another game that caught my eye for the Xbox 360, and I've seen it and I've been kind of eyeing it out, and I got it for like 60 cents. 007 Quantum of Solace. I got it for the Xbox 360, and this is a game that I've had my eye on, and I picked it up for, it was $2.99, but I think I paid like 60 cents because they were 80% off. Next one that caught my eye, and I learned it was an action RPG. I never heard of it before, but it caught my eye, is a game for the Xbox 360, Too Human. This one is, they say it's an action RPG. Very interesting story that I found out on this guy. So maybe, hopefully, I'll get around to playing this one, because it would be fun to make a video out of it. And I love making videos of games that have an interesting story behind them. So yeah. The next one, another game for my kid for the Kinect, is Kinect Joyride. Picked it up for really cheap. Another game for my kid that I picked up for him and my kid's really goofy. I love him to death. He loves to dance and all that. So I thought that would be fun to watch him. It was Nickelodeon's Dance too, and you know he likes all these characters, Bubble Guppies, Dora, and all of them. And I don't know who the hell is back there, but anyways, got it for really cheap, and he got really happy when he saw it. And I'm like, yeah, why not? And then another one that I discovered, I didn't know it was a rail shooter. And I was like, when I saw the cover, I figured it was going to be an interesting game. But it's for the Kinect also, Child of Eden. I learned that this was a rail shooter, and a lot of people give it like a pretty cool score. Like, people say it's fun. So yeah, I'm kind of want to try it out now. Now the next games that I got for the PS3. These are games that I've been seeing all the time, but I've always let go of them because they're very common games, and I waited until I could get them for dirt cheap, and I did. One of them was Assassin's Creed Revelations. I got it for I believe it was like $2.99, would have been like 60 cents, 80% off. The next game, because I have part 2, I think, is Dead Island. I've always wanted to get this game. This game is super common. But I finally picked up the first part. I think it had part 2. I think it's like Escape Death Island or whatever. But I didn't have this one. And yeah, I've always wanted to get this one. I've heard a lot of good things on it. I got it for like 60 cents. Now this one actually cost me a little bit higher. This one, I got it for, I think it was $2.99 out of the whole lot. This was the most expensive one, and that's because it's an Xbox One game, but that's Mass Effect Andromeda. So I'm collecting all the collecting all the Mass Effect games, and I believe this is the latest one. And got it for really cheap, you know, so I'm looking forward to playing that one. And finally, this is something that I got for my son. This is for my son. Yesterday we started messing with it, and it's really interesting. It's fun. He's always wanted this, but it was kind of too expensive for pieces for what it is. And that day when I went to GameStop, I got it for like $25, and I got Nintendo Labo, the robot kit. Sorry, you guys, I have to pick up the camera. Got it for like $25, brand new. Has all the pieces and everything. My son went ballistic when he saw this. He went overjoyed because he wanted this one with the robot, because he's like, I want to box like a robot and do the robot boxing. And yeah, I got him this, and we were building it, but it got kind of late, and we were just able to finish the headpiece for it. So yeah, it looks very fun, very interesting. I'm enjoying it. It's something that I think we're gonna have fun playing, and we can create other things. And I noticed that you can do like music stuff. So can you do like a robot studio? Wonder what you can do with that. And so he saw that, because my son loves to dance, loves music and all of that. And you know, as a little kid, they love to dance around and goof around and everything, and I think that he'll enjoy it. And so we were very, very happy with it. Now, yeah, we started building it, and he got it because my son behaved very good in school. The whole week he behaves very good in school overall. He's a good kid. Love him to death. He's a little goofy. His goofiness kind of gets him into a little bit of trouble, being a little bit of a clown, but not in a bad way. The teacher's his teacher is very, very, very nice. She's very cool, and you know, I love that teacher in his classroom. She takes really good care of the kids and everything. And well, my son, you know, he got good grades. He behaved really good, and that was his reward. So congratulations to my son. So got him that as a gift. But anyways, that ends my January 2020 video game haul. Sorry I rambled on a lot, you know, but I just had a lot to show, a lot of interesting things to show and everything. And next month I'll be doing my next haul video. I'm gonna include those Japanese Famicom games, because I bought a bunch of them, and there are a lot of cool games that, you know, I'm still looking at. There's a couple of games I'm going to be looking at to buy as well, and hopefully I'll get them before the end of the month, being that February is a short month. Anyways, thank you for watching. Coming soon. I got a bunch of videos already made, but I'm making is like there's so much for me to talk about to you guys and so little time. I'm right now. I want to hint on something. I'm going through some personal stuff right now, and it's becoming difficult for me to make videos, to get the time for it. Nothing bad. It's something good. But it's personal, and something personal I may share with you guys sometime in the near future. I can share that information, but it's just becoming really hard for me, which is the reason why I released that video on Saturday. I had videos already done, but I kind of held back because I had to edit a little bit, and I didn't have the time. I did that special video, watch it, for my son's birthday. I released it, so I decided not to release a Tuesday video. I just decided to release that as the main video for the week. Got a lot of movies I want to talk about, a lot of games I want to cover, a lot of interesting stuff, but it's been really hard for me right now, so just bear with me, guys. If I miss a Tuesday here and there, just please bear with me. I apologize in advance. I'm trying my best because I love doing these videos, but it takes time, and right now, yeah, I'll share that what's going on. And I'll let you guys know what's going on. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you watched it this long, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please leave any comments. I love listening to your guys' comments. I love to hear what you guys think. Anyways, this has been Eric the Bear Collector. Peace out. Hey, what's up, everybody? So actually, just one quick thing. Right after I was done with the video, later in the day, I actually received 4 out of the 8 Famicom games that I bought in Japan. So I'm actually adding them to my haul right now. First game that I got, all of these games were actually purchased by Zingungame. Let me see. Sorry if I butcher the name. I have my phone right here with the information. I purchased them from eBay seller Zipangu Games. Sorry, Zipangu Game is the seller, but it's from Zipangu Games. I bought these games from that person, and really nice. They actually sent me a little bonus thing, and I'll show it to you guys in a minute. But the very first game that I got from that seller was this game. This Famicom game is called Kaiju Monogatari. Actually, this is a oh man, I kind of lost track of what they were, but I want to say this is like a side-scrolling platformer. I'm not sure if it's an RPG. I know I got like an RPG. This might be the RPG one, but I can't remember. Then the next one that I got was Atlantis no Nazo. Actually, this game is very similar to Mario Brothers and very similar to Super Pitfall. Has about 100 levels, and they say that it's a really hard game, but it's really fun. So I bought this one as well. Really cool. The next one that I got was Aigina no Yogen. Aigina no Yogen from the Legend of Balubaluk, which is actually, I believe that this game, I know this game is part of a series that I want to say that it's a spin-off of Tower of Druaga, I want to say. I'm not sure. But this is like a puzzle platformer, action platformer. And yeah, it caught my attention. So I got this one. And finally, the last game that I got was Ninja Hattori Kun, which is a platforming 2D side-scrolling platformer of a little ninja. I guess this is like a Japanese anime. Ninja Hattori Kun. I'm sorry if I butcher the names. I'm trying my best to pronounce them. But yeah, all of these games, I purchased them from that seller. And one little bonus that he gave me was this thank you card. It says, thank you. Made a shuriken in origami wholeheartedly. And it's right here. Really nice. Really nice little bonus. And yeah, so yeah, I got these games. I got them really quick for being from Japan. So got them all, and you know, I'm quite happy. They each cost me about $1.99 or $2 each, like $2 each, and plus the shipping. But the shipping, I believe, No, I lie. Actually, hold on. I got the prices right here. This one was $1.39. This one was $1.34, 99 cents, and 99 cents. And shipping, I guess the shipping was a little bit different. I don't know if he combined shipping. I want to say he combined shipping because I got them all four at the same time. So yeah. So anyways, again, this is Eric the Bear Collector. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this long video. Peace out.